Annyeong, it's Mikey here, and today I'm coming to you guys with another Switch video. Now, we have to thank Unikeys because they sent me out a ton of Switches, and this time we're going over the HMX Gleam. So we're going to see how the Switch is, how it sounds, and of course, go put it into the spreadsheet and much more. If you guys ever have any questions or you want to hear the switches in different boards that I own, come to the live stream on Fridays where I can do it and test it out for you. And of course, you can join the Discord channel, which is linked in the description below, and I'll be able to help you guys out in the channel, of course, live, or we have a bunch of people that are super kind that will actually also help answer questions. So please make sure to like and subscribe, and let's go straight into this. Now, introducing the HMX Gleam version 2. This is going to be a clacky switch from HMX. There's going to be two different versions, but I only got the V2 version, so let's hear how it sounds. So overall, it does sound like a very clacky switch, and let's hear it singular. So even with the switch standalone, you can really hear that it is very, very clacky. And honestly, I think it is a nice clack switch. It's very typical to the HMX clack. Now, as you can see here from the treble, so we're going at 17.7, 17.6, all the way down to 14.1. This does line up with the 3.5 millimeter treble, where you're looking at 3.4, 3.5, 3.6 millimeters in total. Now, let's go in to really open up the switch to take a look inside and see what we're getting with it. Overall, HMX switches I find are quite nice, where you don't really have to hand loop them, and they provide a decent clack, which is very HMX signature. Now, bottom housing is going to be a orange color, which we will see later on if the backlighting is affected by it. And as you can see, it's going to be very hard to tell because of the coloring, but you will see that the stem where the leaf hits is going to be slightly looped. This is also an HMX signature, which I believe really helps a lot with the smoothness of the switch. Now, in terms of the stem, now the reason why I don't hand loop these is because they're actually very decently done. Usually speaking, HMX stems are a little bit thicker, I feel, and they're very tight in terms of the top housing, where if you lube them incorrectly, they will actually get very stiff and almost unusable. As you will see there, it's very difficult to see due to the color of the stem itself, but we're looking at a very decently lubed switch, which it's very light, but it works, and it's going to be very decent for you where you don't actually have to hand lube them yourselves to use this switch. Now, the spring. It should be a long spring, so we're looking at a 22 millimeter spring, which lines up. I personally like 22. I think longer springs really does help with the feel of the switch, which counts as to once you're pressing it down, you get a little bit more force, and then once it bounces back, which is a little bit quicker with the single stage, you just have a little nice top out sound, which adds to the nice HMX clack. Overall, they did a great job with this one. Unfortunately, I don't have the V1s, so I can't give you guys a comparison there, but I did like how this V2 sounded. I'm really curious actually how the 3.9mm is, because I actually prefer longer treble switches. Now, in terms of the decibel, so the decibel of these switches is going to be on the loud side, especially if you have a foamless board. So you're going to be looking at anywhere between 66 decibel on average, going all the way up to 70 decibels, which is going to be on the louder side, especially like a loud conversation going beside you. Now, in terms of the actuation force, you really have none. It's very, very smooth and very light at the top. On the top end of the switch, you get very little rattle. And then once you do press it in, as you can see here, very little movement as well. So very little stem wobble, which is really great. And you can even see it with the keycap on it as well. You can actually see that very little stem wobble. Now, in terms of the backlighting, it's not the brightest because it has no light diffuser, and in general, the color will be affected with the orange bottom housing, so you will get slightly orange color from it. So just keep in mind for those who do like their backlighting. Now, putting it into our actual spreadsheet. So you can access this on my Discord channel. There's going to be a link in the description. You can join up and really get access to all these switch lists, keyword comparisons, all these other spreadsheets that I have, and I'll even do more things so that you guys can really see and compare and be able to choose what you want. Now, where does the Gleam stand? So it is going to be more of like a bright clack. That's the type of sound profile you get. It has the 320 hertz, so that's where it's standing, and then you have it at 65 decibels on average. So that's what you're going to be looking at for the Gleam V2. When you really compare it with other switches out there, it is a little less bright compared to like the Wingtree VDV that I did recently, which you guys can go check out the videos and really hear the sound comparison for that. This one actually sounds very decent in terms of the clackiness. It does have a slight mid sound to it. I think even compared to like the Keybay PAs, this is going to be a little bit less in terms of the clack sound. But overall, you're going to get a very clean, sturdy sound out of it. And I think you will enjoy these switches for those who like clean clack. I hope this video helps you guys to see whether or not the HMX Gleam is a switch for you. This is a quite nice clacky switch, which I actually enjoyed because of the longer travel that it had. I'll have the links in the description for you where you can go check it out yourselves on Unikeys, and you can save 7% using the code Mikey. It also helps support this channel, so hopefully you guys can use it and save money as well. If you have any questions, come join the Discord channel. You can always ask questions there, or you can come to the live stream and of course ask me during that time on Fridays. Now, check out the other videos I got, and I'll have to catch you guys next time.